Look at that. Definitely on the goal.
Hey, welcome everybody to the Chrisundertaking Live Show with your hosts, twin brothers, Jason and Chris. And if you ain't living,
then you ain't digging.
Digging.
Hey, we nailed the intro, bro. We are solid. You can tell we're twins. We switched roles there.
I was going to say, hey, we have a special guest today, don't we, Jason?
We have a very special guest. Oh, I'm excited for this intro. So our first special guest on Chrisundertaking here. You might know him from 1 or 2 or I don't know, 10 of his viral videos. He's had so dang many. From high banking to diving, metal detecting, gold sniping, traveling to Alaska to New Zealand, his Home Depot series, or maybe his notorious Canadian beanie. It's the one, the only Pioneer Pauly!
How am I going to match to that?
I don't know. That was a pretty big intro, huh?
Yeah. How are you guys doing?
Oh, fantastic.
Good,
how
man.
Are you? You know you're on the road right now. We appreciate everything.
Yes, I'm on the road. I'm in a parking lot at outside of a pub because I'm traveling with family and they wanted to go at the pub while I did this. So okay, yeah.
Thanks for making time, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, no worries. A little sleep deprived, but I'm doing good.
Well, this should help. This should definitely help.
Yeah.
So today we're going to discuss the past of Pioneer Pauly, where he got started. We're going to, did he start the Gold Rush, Home Depot run? And then I'll be trying Marmite because I was told it's better than Vegemite. And lastly, any questions you have for Pauly, he is available. He is here today. And we appreciate it. So rolling into segment 1, how did Pioneer Pauly start? The beginning to now.
Oh, man. Well, it was honestly like an accident, like in my opinion, because I couldn't keep a job ever. I was just from a young little boy. I was very stubborn, and I couldn't take orders from anyone. I was just stubborn like that, and it kind of grew into me even as a young adult. I'd get a job like dishwashing, or I'll be doing something, and I just could not listen to even the most simplest tasks. Not only because I have ADHD, but like I said, just being stubborn. I couldn't keep a job. I couldn't do anything right. So along the lines, I just sort of decided to do what I wanted to do no matter what. I'm like, I'm just gonna go out and do what I want to do no matter what. It doesn't matter what the odds are. I don't care. Right. And right as that sort of happened, I got a lot of anxiety, and then I had like an eating disorder, and then all this stuff happened in my life all at the same time where I was like really not giving a shit. Like I just wanted to go and do my own thing. And that lasted for about like five or six, no, probably 3 to 5 years. And along this whole way, my cousin Kenny, he would say like, "Hey, do you want to go gold panning?" I guess it's an old fashioned thing. Like who goes gold panning? So silly. I'm like, nah. I'd always turn him down. But then eventually I was like, you know what, Kenny? Let's go gold panning. Let's get in the bush and wash a pan. And because around the same time I was looking for artifacts and I was kind of treasure hunting anyways, I always just had a camera with me because when I was locked in my house with all my anxiety, I just had a camera all the time. And so I decided to film that video. And so I filmed it, and nothing really happened at first, but then I got a couple comments that were reinforcing, saying like, "Oh, you did a good job. You should go out and do it again." I'm like, okay. So I just went out and did it again. And it wasn't until I made a video, and mind you, these are like 10, 20 views like per video. I wasn't getting anywhere, but I was doing it for me and no one else.
Yeah.
And I went out with my mom and I forgot my gold pan, and I'm like, well, that's typical. So what am I going to use? I had a 4 liter of Sprite, like pop, and I used my mom's scissors she had on her keychain. She would drive me everywhere because I'm still now a mama's boy. And I used her scissors to cut that in half and made my own little gold trap contraption. And I used that, and I still found a little bit of gold. And it was actually Chris Vogus who shared that video, and then that video took off. And then from there, it just sort of took off. Like I started wearing this beanie because it was cold, and someone's like, "Oh, you don't look the same without your beanie." And I was like, "Oh no, I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to lose views now, even though I'm getting like 100 views maybe." So I started wearing the toque all the time, and then that kind of became a signature thing. And now I'm hauling that stupid thing to like Australia and New Zealand. And,
Out to the
anyway.
desert in
Trademark,
109-degree weather.
God, yeah. So it started
a while with that thing. So
by an accident. I was not like, oh, I'm going to become a YouTuber. I'm just like, and at no point in my life was I like, oh, I want to make videos of me finding gold. Like gold was like my least favorite thing at the time, but now it's like one of my favorite things. So it's just by doing what I wanted to do, no matter what people were saying, I just left that aside, did what I wanted to do. I got good at it, and it just sort of reinforced itself. So now I do it full time. So it happened easily. Like it wasn't hard for me to feel it, but
fall into it.
now it's hard.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Just
That's
imagine your
crazy.
closet full of like 10 beanies of all the same one, like one of those closets
Oh,
where you have
God.
like all the same shirts.
Yeah, I have the same beanie that I had when I started, and it's like a
Whoa.
little stretched. The color's faded. It's been all over the world like twice. Still have it, but then my friend Kyle ended up making an exact replica. I've been whining forever that I've been trying to find this same toque everywhere. I've come as close as finding the beanie part in a swap shop, but they only sold like 200 locally, and I cannot find them. So I was complaining to Kyle, and then he's just like, "Oh, surprise! You have 200 along the way." I'm like, "What?" And so he sends it to me and puts Pioneer Pauly, and it was just so perfect. So now I'll never run out. So now I can frame the old one and retire it.
There you go. I was gonna say.
We got Kyle. What's up, Kyle?
We got Kyle now, so we'll give a shout out to Nikki. Thank you for joining us. She appreciates you sharing your story here, Pauly. Also, Sam's kid. Appreciate it. Thank you for liking our stream and our cool content.
Yeah, thank you. I can't, for some reason, the way my phone's set up, I can't see comments. So I'm like, I gotta actually click it and scroll. So if I miss the comment,
we'll bring it up to you. You know, and there's Kyle on there. He's throwing stuff up, but we can
good.
ignore him for the most part, you know.
I love what you did to his hype anchor. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You guys knew him before. Yeah, that's right. I was gonna explain who he was. I'm like, you guys introduced me to him.
Yeah.
Well, I met him with you, so I mean, Chris knew him, but
then you guys have launched together and doing all kinds of projects and stuff together. It's been really
well, he's sort of local. If you guys lived like nearby, we'd be doing the same thing.
No, that's one thing I love is just getting together with other people and then making those connections with other people. Because again, it's a small niche community, but it is
we're all crazy.
hard. Yeah, we're all crazy, but it is hard to connect with each other because again, gold prospecting is like fishing, right? You don't want to sit there and like give away all your good spots and like, you know, oh, that's, you know, you're not advertising where you go. So it can be hard to link up with each other. So it is interesting.
I do have to be careful where I drive this vehicle. I'm like, have you guys heard of the YouTube channel Daily Driven Exotics? So they drive Lamborghinis, Ferraris, just like supercars. Like they're just V12. They're just amazing looking, and they always wrap their vehicles. And I'm like, oh, I love how they're making videos with wrapped vehicles, and people see them in person. Like, oh, that looks so cool. I saw it on video, and I'm like, I want to be just like them. So I wrap the vehicle, and I'm like making videos, forgetting I drive a RAV4, thinking that like it's gonna be amazing. But now like anywhere I go, like specifically to like good gold spots, if I bring this, it's just like a beacon. People will just know where I go.
Yeah.
So I have to drive different vehicles to different spots now. But.
What's up, Scott?
That's like a secret spy. You're jumping between vehicles trying to lose people that are following you.
Yeah, it's funny.
Awesome. Hey, Nikki, I wanted to know when you're going back to Oz. So I'm guessing New Zealand or Australia. So.
I try to go around the same time every year. It's usually around February, but because I'm going to the far south on the South Island of New Zealand, so a place called Otago, I believe. It's way up in the mountains, and actually the snow melts closer to March, so probably late February, early March. I'll be back in New Zealand, and then I'm going to try to, like I tried to last year, go back to Australia right after that. So,
I'm excited for that.
You got
good new videos.
I know. I miss Australia. It's a good place too.
It is. Triple Hound says hi, Pauly.
Oh, wow.
Triple A Rock Hound.
Yeah, Scott says hi from Fairbanks, Alaska. So nice to see you, Scott.
Fairbanks. I'll actually be there in about 4 days. 4 days or so. Yeah, so maybe I could. Yeah, I'm going to Fairbanks for a wedding, and I'll be hanging around the Gold Daughters area. Gonna go see my friend John Reeves, and then I may or may not jump and go to Nome. I'd have to go to Anchorage and then go to Nome, but just I don't want to go to Nome and not have any videos. There's lots of opportunity for videos,
Yeah.
but it's like if you don't have a vehicle, it's like you're stuck.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
remote, so I need to line this stuff up before I go. Unlike last time.
Do you
Well,
rent a vehicle
this
there? Is
time,
that what you do, or
yeah.
What? Pardon me?
do you rent a vehicle, or how do you?
Yeah,
Or
you can, but when I went last time, it was during some race or some thing going on, and there were no hotels. At least for one night, I had no place to stay, so I stayed on a boat. But the rentals just ran out quickly, and everything there's like super expensive. So
gotcha.
I
That
don't know,
makes
but
sense.
I do want to go back. Like if I'm gonna do anything more with the sand series, it would have to be on a beach because I'm not. Yeah, it's a lot of sand to deal with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, definitely. And then
Yeah.
shout out from Job, Sarah, and Joshy. They're up in Hills End and here in Australia. They're actually some of the first people I met up here in Australia, and I have a lot of future digs with them. We've done a couple
Oh,
digs. We're going to
good,
start releasing videos here shortly. Actually, I think Job
good.
just released his, but he's actually the local miner who teaches all the gold painting tours in Hills End. So,
Oh,
it's,
so then if that's in Bathurst, isn't it?
yep, it is. Yes.
Yeah, I know Bathurst too well. I like the big gold, the guy with the gold pen. I
Yeah, the
forget
big
where
old
it
gold
is.
paint. Yeah. It's
And
right
then
there as soon as you enter the town. Yep.
the racetrack, it like opens. I don't know if they're still doing it, but they like close that racetrack for the
Yep.
public to drive around like a regular road, and then they'll close it for races.
Yep.
I've been
Still.
to the museum there. I've been there a few times. I actually have a Sasquatch costume stashed. I don't know if it's still there somewhere in Bathurst because I couldn't take it back on the plane, so I
You
there.
gotta let me know
Yeah,
where
to
it is, and
store it.
maybe
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
find it for you.
I'll figure that out. Yeah,
I'm
it's
going
fun.
up there to Hills End in a week and a half next weekend. Not this weekend, the following weekend. So
And what's the weather like there right now? Kind of cold. Oh, I don't know if it's cold, is
it's
it?
not too well. It's the winter. It's been colder this year than and wet a lot more than before. But it's like 20 Celsius, so whatever that is, between like 50 and 20. So like between 50 and 70. I'm not good at the doing the conversions and everything. So
Yeah. I see AAA. He says, I remember the artifact videos. I love doing that. Like looking for artifacts in British Columbia, it's pretty more or less frowned upon because you're taking heritage, and BC is a really, I don't know, I don't even want to attempt to try to say the proper word, but you shouldn't really be doing that. And I learned off watching YouTube videos of people hunting artifacts in like Missouri and Tennessee and all that. So I'm like, oh, they're doing it. I'm gonna do it. So I did it and got really good at it. I've been doing it since I was like 12, so long time. And then the Archaeological Society of BC contacted me, like this authority for archaeological sites. They're like, so what do you are you like? What are you doing with the artifacts? I'm like, oh, I just look for artifacts and then I try to give them away. And goes, yeah. It's okay to look for stuff, not okay to pick it up, not okay to distribute, and not okay to sell. I'm not selling artifacts.
yeah,
I want people to subscribe, so I'm giving them away to subscribers. You can't do that because it promotes looting. I got in kind of trouble, and then
Oh wow.
that's
Yeah.
another part. That's another part of my story too, is because I couldn't film artifacts anymore. I'm like, okay, well, I'm still gonna look, but I can't film it.
yeah,
What else am I gonna film? Because this is sort of therapy. Like I said, I got used to filming with a camera when I was stuck at home with my anxiety.
yeah.
Then I took up the offer to go gold panning, and that's when I did that transition.
Gotcha.
So
And was that the reason with the mask too? I popped it up on the
yeah, it was
screen
more
back
like
today.
I made tons of videos looking for artifacts. I never showed my face. Like
Yeah.
nobody really shows their face in that world. Now I get why, probably. And
Right.
and so it's like now I'm jumping onto gold. I'm like, I'm still not gonna show my face. And then I made up an excuse on that. My one of my first videos like, hey, I'm wearing a mask because it's cold out, but really I didn't want to show my face. But then I just did.
I love
Nice.
it. We got Ed in the house. Ed has a question for you from Flashing Your Pan. He
And
says,
Marvin,
Pauly, did you get that arrowhead to Sean for me?
okay, this is the story. So Ed Marvin gifted me an arrowhead, and then Sean busted knuckles and arrowhead. And I was going to Australia for the first time. I was supposed to give him the arrowhead. I have not yet. I still haven't. I actually looked at it yesterday because I was getting gifts out for my Alaska trip, and so I will make sure, Ed, I will hand give it to him when I go back there if he contacts me or if we can communicate again because I don't think I've spoken to him in a while, but I still have it and I won't forget. I promise. It's
I
been like
love
5 years. It's been a few
You
years.
heard it here. He promised. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
and I don't normally promise, but I have to do that.
I love it. And then Joe had 3 questions. Sorry, they disappeared on my screen, Jason. I don't know if you can see them from Joe's panning from Facebook.
I can maybe look it up here. I missed it too.
My eyes red? They look red.
No, they don't look too bad.
A little bit. Yeah, maybe that sunset.
Slightly.
You getting the sunset or something over there?
Yeah, that and no sleep, I suppose. But anyways, what is this question?
And then Nikki had a question for you, Nikki Miller here. How about your crystal hunting? Are you going to continue doing that?
I do want to. I found like when you rely on videos, the videos are really like they're supposed to be doing good for you to go back, and they've never really done well for me except for TikTok. And you can't get paid on TikTok. I'm not saying money is a big motivator, but it is when you travel that far to go do something.
Yeah.
And
100%.
I absolutely love crystal hunting. One of my favorite things to do, but there's nowhere good to do it around here unless I go all the way back to Arkansas or maybe Florida or something. But I just have no immediate plans to go as of yet. But I still have all my crystals sitting wrapped up at my house. Some of them I haven't looked at since I shipped them out this way. But
Gotcha.
yeah, so no immediate plans, but definitely on my mind to go and do that again at some point. I don't know when though.
Gotcha. Very cool. No, Jeff Wiltie's in the house. I appreciate it. Him and Goldilocks, I went digging with them. They love watching you, Pauly, and they appreciate you telling your story here online. So I think I was able to find Job's questions, sort of, kind of. So he was asking, so he teaches all the gold painting tours. So his question was, what are the 3 questions that you get asked the most when people ask you about, gold prospecting, like your ventures?
I'm not so sure if this would be a question I get asked, but it comes up. It's up there. Anytime I meet a fan, they go, "Hey, I watched Dan Hurd and you." I'm like, "Cool, man." How's Dan Hurd doing? So they're usually about Dan Hurd. No, not a problem. I love the guy.
Yeah,
right.
And then something to do with Dan Hurd is probably number 1. Number 2, are my teeth real? So yes, they're real, right? And then 3 is like, can you profit doing what I'm doing? Like, do you profit off the gold, or how do you make your money? So it's usually to do with my teeth, Dan, or how I profit. Probably the 3 main ones.
That's hilarious. And then talk about your teeth a little bit. I know that was like an insecurity for you growing up, and then you kind of accepted it and latched onto it, and it's actually become part of you.
Yeah, I guess when I was, let me think here, in elementary school, they grew in. I got 2. Like this one's probably the bigger one, and they're both about the same size in school. And I remember my first nickname was like Sharky or Shark Boy or something like that, and I was like, and then my ears were small, and so like. Anyways, I was told a couple of these insecurities, and I like always wore hoodies, and I'd always like not smile and hide myself.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, no, they're real. They grew in like that, and it's kind of. I think that's why a whole bunch of my videos got popularities, because like in my thumbnail, I'll be like smiling, showing the teeth, and then they'll comment and be like, "You vampire, but you bite mess." Like they'll say something to like do with the teeth all the time, but
I
don't know. Yeah, but.
No, I know. Like elementary is such a cruel world. It's so cruel.
Yeah, but like I was insecure growing up until I started making videos on YouTube, because now it's like it's out there, right? And your face can be screenshotted, and like I used to be insecure. Now it's like I've heard everything, and the stuff that hurts or did hurt is the stuff that is true. You're like, and you just get upset over it, but no, it's like I always read. It's funny, you go through comments and there's hundreds of good ones, but you see the bad ones and then you like fixate on that. I think everyone's like that. I think it comes from still being insecure.
Yeah.
But I mean, now I just don't care.
Yeah.
I think it's
kind of just let it roll off, try not to.
Exactly. You'll say something and be like, yeah, it's true. And screw you.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't waste your energy commenting back. That's my whole thing. It's just
it's
like, oh gosh, you're like, it's not even worth it, So
did you ever used to get in the comments of your videos early on? Like, I mean, to try to drive. Yeah. Probably not so much anymore, I would imagine.
What do you mean?
I mean, like get wrapped up in some of that. Like, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. It does. Like when I first started doing it, I respond to every single comment, like all 20 comments, every single one. And then when you got used to that, you would read all the bad ones, right? And then after videos started to go crazy, it's like you can't keep up. And eventually you just like, look, I can't Now you can do like a pin comment and address most of them, or
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I
think
used
you're
to do
actually
that,
one of the first things you told me when we dug for the first time was it's kind of like your mentoring from me was like, hey, don't worry about the comments in the sense of like the negative ones, because you said like, hey, once you start gathering a following, actually your followers will step in and defend you and kind of
I
smash
call them,
trolls and everything. So
you will have a school of piranha. That's what I say. Like I'll see someone will say something negative, and you just leave it. In a few days, like they'll be attacked, right? And I've seen it as far on Facebook. I saw it as far as people were attacking this guy so much so they would look into their own family and like draw photos and put it like they're just now they're
savage.
they're bullying. They're not letting this guy like say what he wants to say because he may be upset with something. It doesn't matter. But now they're turning it around and bullying him. So now like the defenders are being the bullies. And I'm like, whoa.
Right. They're
right.
That makes sense.
Hey, so
Yeah.
Melissa has a question for you. You know, she's your biggest fan. So and she's been great helping promote this this live stream. So I really appreciate you, Melissa. Thank you. So
she's a great help.
Yes, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. She was wondering, when is your next rap gold panning video?
Oh man, I have my first music video. The first idea I had is already recorded, but I've not filmed it or released it yet. So the gold panning one was actually the second one. So the first one's not done, and then I already have a third one that I'm working on now. The lyrics are almost all done. I think Kyle knows about it.
Nice.
And I don't know when I'm going to shoot it. Like I'm so unorganized. Like I feel like I need to I don't know, simplify things. And I don't even know what that means. Like I'm always like I plan to go do something, and on my way there I get distracted and I do something else, and I film part of a video, then I forget about this, and I'm so mentally lost that the people that are helping me, like Melissa and like my manager and all these people, I forget to say thank you, or I forget to tell them how they're helping me, and I just come off as selfish. And I guess unconsciously I'm being selfish, right? But yeah, so in terms of videos, oh man, like I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. Like I can't.
Oh, I think it's difficult. I think there's a pressure there. I definitely feel it, and I try to structure myself with like lists and everything. But I even find, even if I have a list and I literally map it out, I start bouncing around everywhere because it also is like, how much time do I have that week? How much, like there's all these factors in like what family stuff is going on. There's just so many things that can
and you have a family.
It can pivot you in different directions. Yeah.
You have a career and a family that relies on you too, right? So that's if I had a family, like if I had kids deal with right now, I'm sure I could do it, but it would be way more complicated or easier. Maybe it would be the thing that fixes everything. Right? But maybe that would allow me to.
I guess I don't know.
Simplify.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I know it's hard.
Well, I have no idea. What did you miss? 4 fairies on your last video I saw? I just watched that one yesterday.
The which story?
Yeah, you were talking about how you get lost, trying to find your way to things, and I saw the Home Depot sand video that you just did, and you missed like 4 fairies on the way there, right? It cost you a bunch of money.
Oh, fairies! Yeah, I'm like fairies.
Sorry,
boat, ferry boats. Yeah. Like that's just a typical example. I mean, like I spent a lot of time with Kyle, and he sees all of me basically, almost all of me. And like it's an inside joke now. Like if I screw up royally, he's like, typical. Because it's normal. It's normal of me to do that sort of stuff. But like here I am planning to get a dump truck and line all this stuff up, not really sure where I'm going, and I'm trying to give the driver directions, and I'm like, like not sure what I'm doing, right? And I booked a ferry boat because you got to book in advance in order to make it.
Yeah.
And then I'm off by like an hour, and so the first issue was getting to the lineup. Like I need to, like when you book online, you need to know how big the vehicle is. And I'm like, a dump truck, I'm like 15, 16
I remember
feet.
that actually.
Yeah, it's like 15 or 16 feet. It's got to be something like that.
Yeah.
And so we get there and it was like 25 feet. And I'm like, all right. Because I'm like, all right, well, whatever. I was wrong.
We'll make it work.
But now I lost the reservation. So I got to pay an extra 200 and something. So it's like $500 before I get on the boat. I'm like,
dang, yeah.
Typical. And then on the way back, I'm like, yeah, let's book a ferry. We're going to make it on time. We missed it by like an hour. And so since we missed it, we had to wait in line. And there's a music festival on the island. So I'm like, okay. So we waited, 5 hours or so, missed a bunch of boats, finally got it, and then got to the site at night. And it was a continuity thing too. I had to be there in the daylight to make the story make sense. And it was just going down, and I'm like running out of the truck, telling people to go, can't film there, camera over there, let's get this shot. And I'm in bare feet the whole time. Just, like if Kyle was there, he'd be like, typical.
Yeah.
He says, he says, yeah, go, Chris. Go.
No, you go for it, Jason. Yeah.
He says it's on brand, is what he says.
Yeah, typical or on brand. He goes, yeah, that's on brand.
Love it.
But I mean, no one's surprised. But I've been like that my whole entire life. And that's probably
what makes you creative, though, right? That's what gets you.
That's why it makes me funny, I guess. Like doing, like not keeping a job. It's on brand. Like I don't know. It's silly.
So hey, Nick, I had a question for you. So are you doing the 100 bucket challenge, and then do you have plans to go to Western Australia at all instead of just staying on the east side?
So I don't know, what's a 100 bucket challenge? I don't know what it is.
The 100 bucket challenge is something that Chris Vogus has been doing, a few others in the space now, where they classify 100 buckets and they see how much gold they can get out of 100 classified buckets. And it takes multiple days. Like,
you've done a gold video like that, didn't you? I swear I watched one of yours.
I did
25 or
I did a 100 pan video.
100 pan, that's what it was.
Yeah. All right. So the bucket challenge. I'll look into the bucket challenge and I'll try to do that. Western Australia, Western, right? Was that?
Yeah, Western Australia, like Perth, and everything we talked about before. On that side, and the Sunbakers.
Tyler and I have been talking for the last couple of years trying to set that up, but it's just like I keep forgetting how big Australia is.
Oh,
like huge. I do a 16-hour flight, land in Sydney. Yeah. And the last thing I want to do is take another. How long take to Western Australia? Like a year?
Oh, it takes just driving down to where Vogus is about 5 hours, and then just to get to Ballarat is another 5-hour drive. If you fly, you're looking at like 6 to 10 hours to fly to Western, I would guess.
Yeah, if I can like line up a spot. Like I do have a friend, I haven't met him, my acquaintance who lives outside of Perth, and he says would fly into Perth, and then would fly into Kalgoorlie, can't see the word.
Yeah.
And then would go to Pilbara. So some place in Pilbara, and there's like a place that he goes detecting and use the machine there. But I guess it's literally just, I'm like waiting for an opportunity. But really, once I'm there, I'm sure I can make something work.
Yeah. But there's a lot of logistics out there just because there's nothing out there. So,
and like I want to time it where if I go there, I'll be there in like relatively cooler weather. But that being said, But if I do that, then I miss the prime opportunity to be on the West Coast where it's sunny. I can do all my sniping. I can do all my stuff. The only time I leave here is when it's winter, but then it's like an oven over there, so it's hard to time.
Yeah.
But I want to get up there really bad.
No, definitely. Jeff had a question for you. He said, when I'm coming back to Cali. I don't know yet, Jeff. It's going to be it's kind of in the books, but then Pauly, he wanted me to pick you up from Canada and then take them to their claim. They got a really cool claim up there in the Sierra Nevadas up there, Northern California.
I will be back in California. I can't check on my phone right now, but I want to say November. There's like a big detecting thing going on somewhere in California. So I'll be going to that. Hopefully going back to Biggs to do more sniping with Gary. I don't really know.
Nice. I know that whole trip kind of fell apart with all the rain and everything that came and everything. So no, definitely. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna move on to segment number 2. So segment number 2 is based on the evolution of the Home Depot sand videos. You started off with just 1 or 2 bags. Then you moved up to 64 bags, and then you moved up to a truck of 24,000 pounds of sand.
So you are the one to blame for that.
You're welcome.
I can't. I saw a video that Chris made. I think it was a TikTok.
Yeah.
About him. His gold is in Home Depot sand.
Yeah.
So I watched it. I'm like, that's not a bad idea. I mean, there's Home Depot everywhere. It's a pretty big name of Home Depot. I'm like, okay, I'll give that a shot. I'm out of ideas. So I go to Home Depot, get a bag, and film the video, and it does really well.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's easy enough to do. I found gold in it, so yeah, let's do it again. But how do I switch it up? I'm like, yeah, I'll go to Home Depot, I'll go to Lowe's, and I'll go to Home Hardware. There's other stores I could have gone, but specifically, I went to Home Hardware, yeah, Lowe's and Home Depot because they had different color of buckets, and I wanted to use that in a thumbnail rather than
Yeah.
2 white buckets and an orange one. I wanted to use separate ones to show that I'm using 3 separate stores.
Yeah.
So I tested that. There was gold. I think there was gold in all of them. So I'm like, all right, well, because there's garnets in every bag and there's same gold every bag. So I'm imagining it's probably coming from the same place. So I'm like, I want to get a dump truck, but first there's got to be an in between spot. I think it was Mallory, so Kyle's wife, or Kyle, one of the two, mentioned before you go big, go a little bigger. So I think we decided on a yard. So I'm like, okay, so I'm looking for like a yard. I was gonna buy a yard, which is just in a box.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it comes from Calgary, so a completely different area. I'm like, that is against the purpose.
Yeah.
So then I thought I'd go buy the bags individually, which was way more expensive. So did that, did the whole yard. It was a nightmare, and
Yeah.
obviously found more gold in it too. The same looking garnet, same looking gold, same looking sand. So I'm like, yeah, it's got to be coming from a local place. So then I did the research, and it took a while. I wasn't getting any responses, so I had to call the company Quickcrete who makes those bags, and they were in the U.S. So I called the U.S. I bounced around a few times, did a couple games of ping pong. Finally found a guy who's like, hey, I looked into it. Your store, basically our store, but the Canada version. So we send it like, it's all everywhere.
Yeah.
We get it from, your store is at a place called Target, which is, I don't know why it's named something different. I call Target and they're like, oh yeah, we've seen your videos. We've seen the sound videos, blah, blah. We've made comments, blah, blah. I'm like, perfect. Can I come by with a dump truck? So yeah, no problem. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I got that out of the way. Now I got to find a driver, and the driver took forever to find. Luckily, I found a driver, and anyway, so we did all that, and now from one bag to a yard to a dump truck, it's like I want to retire from it, but the video's still doing good. So I'm like, oh man,
Yeah, it's doing
I was
great.
gonna
like,
say, where is it
like,
gonna escalate even more, or
yeah, like I don't know how you'd go bigger. Like you'd either have to go like what, 5 dump trucks? But then if you get 5 dump trucks, why not make it 10? But if you go 10,
right.
like what I'm saying, like how, like I'm trying to. If we did that, it's like I'm not using that little
No,
wash
you'd have
plant.
to
It
go
works
to
great.
Andy's. You'd have to go to Andy's claim and use this
So
excavator.
I
And
would either have to truck Andy's trommel to a local location, or I'd have to bring all those dump trucks to his site. And then, like, even if we were to use his wash plant, we would have to do an excellent job cleaning the thing. Because who knows if there's gold in the trommel locked up already. It would have to be super clean, and like that would be a nightmare. So you almost have to make a new trommel, or just, oh gosh, pan it all. I don't know.
Pioneer Pauly builds a trauma. Let's see it.
I was gonna say,
Yeah. So I think the next best thing to do would be like hit a beach, but you can't run the whole beach. So you'd run like a big section and do your best to guesstimate the size of the beach, and then just calculate from there. But I don't know, man.
that's
I don't
so
know.
interesting.
I don't know if I'll do it.
It's
A
crazy.
lot of
Yeah, I was
lot
gonna
of fun.
say it's cool though. I mean, we talked about it where it's such an easy video to shoot in a sense because you can control everything. And it's easy going. It's fun to do too. That's what people. It was funny because I was talking to you about it before. Is like I've had people comment and they're like, "Hey, you copied Pauly's video," and I'm like, no, it's
No, I copied
collaboration.
you.
Well, it's a collaboration because again, we've talked about it in our last live stream. It's a thing where like you just reach out to each other and you're like, hey, you should do this type thing. You reached out, you're like, hey, do you mind if I copy? I was like, I don't care. It's really fun to do.
No, exactly. And if anyone ever asks and stuff, I'll always give you credit, Chris. I saw it from you. I'm not to say like even after I made this video, I know Chris Williams said like passive, like you didn't be passive, but he said a comment something like I was the first one to make it. Like he wanted to, I'm sure a lot of people have done it before who didn't film it. We aren't the creators, but
100%. 100%. We just took it to the next level, and you went beyond, and I love it because I think it's just entertaining, and it
I
just
hope
actually inspires more creators to kind of like get outside the
get out of
norm.
That's what I'm saying. Like get out of the box. Like to me, gold panning videos, in my opinion, are like it's just so hard to watch. Like why not do something why not make like a big gold pan, or why not, I don't know, like I like stepping on the box, being unconventional. Like I like how I did a video. A lot of people didn't like it, and I get it, but I still liked it. Like I test different gold pans, and you do an actual test, like break it, see if you
Yeah.
can break it,
Yeah.
bend it.
I loved it.
Kyle's high banker. He's like, oh, I want to sell this high banker, and he showed me high banker. I love it, but I'm like, how do we make it a bit more fun? Like, can we throw it off a cliff? Can we hit it with your car? Like, no one's gonna do it, right? But now we know, and so like if I ever come out with a gold pan, like you bet I'm gonna run over it. I'm gonna have to.
I was gonna say, I love
it would be fair if I didn't.
Ed was saying, are you going to go for the world's largest gold pan record? I guess.
We'll see. I mean, like, I do have a pan. I don't know if I was gonna say anything or not, but like I do have a big pan, but it won't fit in the garage. It won't fit in the house. It stays outside. It's under a tarp, and I need to actually build a trailer to actually move it around. It is huge, and it does float on the ocean. Yeah, but I just got to find the right time, right place to film it. And I'm trying to do it before the end of this year, but I have to install like a tow hitch. And again, it's on the list of things to do. But
a million things to do.
Many
and
things.
Just getting all the logistics to fall in place for it. No,
but I think, in my opinion, it's gonna be, there's bigger gold pans out there, but I guarantee this is the biggest functioning gold pan. It's gonna work. It has riffles. It's a real gold pan, and it's not like a model made out of clay. It's legit. So, but we'll see how.
Okay, so AAA said calls it the USS Pan Boat. Are you going to do it like they do with like the subs, name where you throw it out there to let somebody name it?
I can't wait to go. I think I shared it on Patreon like over a year ago of different names and such. And sorry, I got to turn on my car again. Had the AC going. But yeah, I was coming up with like different, or they rather were coming up with different names. There's like, the USS. There's, I can't even think of one, honestly, but they're good names. So we'll have to do that again. And do like a Navy text on the side. Yeah, like I don't know what.
Oh yeah, dress up in a sailor outfit, man. Oh gosh, be glorious.
Yeah, I have another video.
Go up to it, and
I have another video I'm planning to do with it. I don't want to spill the beans yet, but it will get me in some big trouble if I don't do it right.
Yeah,
but it's part of the fun. It cannot wait to do it.
Kyle's saying it should be the USS Panny McPan face. So
yes, Panny McPan face. Yeah, the Will It Float Pan.
Will it float?
Yeah. I like that.
It's amazing.
Someone asked if you're gonna ever do any more acting.
Melissa was asking you.
Yeah, another thing on my list. So some history again too. I used to be an actor and stuntman in the film industry in Vancouver, and like I've always wanted to be an entertainer. I've always wanted to be acting or do movies and stuff like that. So I did a bit of that and been on lots of movies, lots of TV shows. Nothing kind of went off anywhere, but I do have that experience. I think that is what helped me be less camera shy in the YouTube world. But I have to update my headshot. So basically, anytime you have an agent, and the agent's the one that like gets you the work. You can do it on your own if you have a lot of connections, but I don't right now. So an agent will do that for you. But in order for an agent to promote you, they need updated photos, and I've updated videos like on YouTube, but I need actual professional headshots. So another thing on my list is to get my photographer to do headshots, and she's been asking me a lot to go and do them, but I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing today. So yeah. So I will eventually.
You heard it here. He's going to do it too, folks. A lot of promises made today, Pauly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Delete.
Yeah. We'll check in on all that stuff for you.
I love it. Love it. Any other questions that you saw, Jason, that you want to ask before we move on to segment 3?
A lot of great comments. We'll just keep moving along here.
Okay. So segment number 3 is one of our favorite ones. It's more of a reaction thing than anything, and we like to call it crush or flush.
Oh, this one.
Oh, yeah.
This one you eat stuff, isn't it?
It is. It is. It's where I try exotic or unique foods particular to a country or somewhere in the location. And so today I am trying Marmite. So Marmite,
Okay.
similar to Vegemite, and I tried Vegemite in my first episode, and it was horrible and disgusting. But Marmite is the original, and so what you always hear is the original is always better. So people are like, you gotta try Marmite since you didn't like Vegemite. So I guess people say there's a preference, but it's the same exact ingredients. It's yeast basically, and it's horribly dark. Have you ever had it, Pauly?
I've had Vegemite, and it was. I'm pretty sure someone like put it on their finger and like fish hooked me with it, so it wasn't a good
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
So I think with you like at least smear it on toast, it's supposed to be better. And it's,
Yeah.
I guess it's like coffee. It's an acquired taste, maybe.
It is. It's very. I mean, just look. It looks like chocolate paste. That's how thick it is. And so, I guess usually we get duped into it, Americans and Canadians, where we end up putting too much on our bread. And you're supposed to put it on a light coating with it. It's how you're properly supposed to do it. But when I tried the Vegemite, it was not. I was not a huge fan at all, and so
You gotta
I'm
put
like skeptical.
you put more than that on there. Do it.
Okay.
Okay, try that first. See if you can acquire the taste first.
See if I
and
acquire
then-
the taste first. It's like wine. You gotta make sure it ages a little bit. The bottle's open. Aromatizing.
Leave it
right
open for a few days.
now.
Yeah.
A few days.
Wait till
See the nice
fluffy.
little. Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
a nice little white layer on top. Some people call it mold. I just call it more flavoring. So
Let's call it like buzz. Mhm.
Oh, people are not happy about how little you just had, Chris.
Oh, we're gonna
Yeah.
You
escalate.
gotta- Dude, make that into a line and just snort it. Snort it off the table.
That's actually not bad. Marmite's better than Vegemite.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I tried a little bit of Vegemite, and that wasn't good. So
Is it just more sweet?
I don't know, or maybe I'm sick. I got the COVID and I can't taste it. I don't know. So
Oh boy.
so now we're gonna
Hmm.
go with the full blown. So this is if you can see that line right there.
Snort it.
That
Snort it. Ed says it smells like catfish bait. Tell
it
us
does.
if it does.
Oh, it smells awful. It smells like you're brewing beer because it's like yeast. That's
Like
all it is.
coffee? What do you think?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So here we go. A big old thick amount. Oh God, this is not gonna be good. Okay. Here we go. Cheers, Pauly and Jason.
Hey,
Cheers.
I have to take
got
over the
nothing
rest of
but-
the show just so you're tracking. So
oh,
I would add food to try. I got like granola bars and like crumbs in between my seats.
Some
I got
aged
pure
granola pieces.
alcohol.
There you
that's
go.
not good at all.
Chug that, Pauly. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Nope, that
Yeah.
wasn't good at all. That wasn't good. Way too much.
Mm.
More is
Blend
not
it.
better in this situation. More is not better. I barely have any water. I totally.
Oh, did not
That's
plan
vodka.
accordingly.
Yeah, plan. It's very salty. Very not good.
So, Chris, what are
So
we
what-
doing? Are we crushing or are we flushing this one? What do you?
So we're
what do
gonna
you
give it
say?
a rating of. Come on, go. There we go. Flush. We're going with flush. We're going with flush.
Yeah.
Pauly agrees.
Yeah, I guess. I haven't tried it, so yeah. What you
Not
should
good.
do is mix it both. Vegemite mixed with Marmite.
Ooh,
And then snort it.
good idea.
I was gonna say that's the key, right?
You don't fully get the experience unless you snort whatever that is. Yeah.
Somebody's like, I'll double flush that. This is so true, Monica, because yeah, it's not that's not good. That was disgusting actually. And hopefully I don't get the burps again, Jason. So again, this might go south for me in the next 5 minutes as I start cascading into some kind of medical emergency.
Some coma.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So quickly we're gonna go into announcements, of course. Both Pauly and I have our own Patreon accounts, so you need to go there, sign up. It helps support us as creators in our spaces. Book number 2 is out. Here's another page we are going to read, Jason and I together in our fantastic little voices. Because I don't know if you can see the screen there, Pauly. I was going to have you read it, but I don't know if you can see it.
I can kind of see it.
Here, you
Not
can
really.
Let's
attempt
make
at
him
it.
do it.
Let's make him do it. Pretend
Yeah.
like you're one of the characters. Get into character right now. This is when your
Pauly, you
acting
have to-
career is
yeah,
going
you
to take
have
off right
read
here.
The
We are gonna
quotes part, okay?
We are going to click.
Okay. This is
Send
kind
your
of fuzzy.
I think, Chris, are you going to do the other part?
You got it, Jason. I'm gonna hand
Okay.
this over to you.
All
So
right.
am I doing this first part?
Yeah, you're doing the
Yep.
quoted parts.
Quoted part. Would you mind opening the door?
It's going to get even hotter in here as we start cooking. You can use that doorstop. Oh wait, did I just read your part?
I don't know.
I loved your
Oh,
thing.
sorry.
You got me. Yeah, sorry.
So I
good.
paused. I mistake the
You-
question mark for a quotation.
Same here. That's why I started
Oh,
I
reading.
did
Okay,
too.
okay.
I honestly
let's-
did too, and I wrote
okay,
the
take
book.
two.
So
Okay.
Take
wow.
two.
Okay, here
Take
we
two.
go.
Okay, take two. Okay, take two. Would you mind? Would you mind propping the door? It's going to be even hotter in here as we all start cooking. I kind of messed that up.
It's okay.
Great
I
too.
love it.
Conrad gestures once again at the large rock. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Then again, the next event
Scared.
coming up is Oktoberfest, 25th through 27th. And then we're opening the floor back up for any questions for Pauly right now. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate that you like the book. Appreciate it. And yes, Pauly's Patreon is good. It actually was hard for me to find. Me and Melissa were working that together, actually.
You know what? Melissa told me, she's like,
I can't
you got to
find
make your page unprivate. I'm like, I'm not that stupid. I look into it. I'm like, I am that stupid. I had it on private. So there we go. Now it's open.
Okay, it's over. I was gonna
Yeah.
say because I can recommend from my Patreon other Patreon pages, and I was like, I can't find this. She had actually sent me a link to your page,
Yeah.
and
I'm
I was
like,
like,
that's yeah.
yeah.
I thought it was because I wasn't posting enough. I need to post more on everything. But yeah, now the pressure's on. Now I have to.
All right.
Chris, go back to Kyle wants you to go back to the Oktoberfest thing real quick.
Oh, going to it. Oktoberfest. It's going to be the 25th through 27th. There's going to be.
I might actually be.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry to cut you off. I might be actually going to that. That might be the event I was talking about.
Oh, nice.
I
So
could be wrong.
it's on the Placer Peak claim. I used to be an instructor there for the last 3 years, but Goldbug's going to be there. They're going to be doing a bunch of giveaway with metal detectors and everything. And then we got Kevin Hoagland there. We got Royal there doing dry washer classes. So there's going to be a whole slew of people and guests there.
I haven't seen Kevin Hoagland in a while.
Yeah, he's good people. So, and then what was the other thing? And then Mallory, Kyle's wifey, was saying that we need to all get back together as a foursome.
Yeah,
make some videos.
No, I agree. We should meet somewhere. I don't know where. I met. Yeah, we met for the first time in. Try to get comfortable. Sorry. We met for the first time in California, and then you guys came to see me on Vancouver Island. Do we have to go to Australia? Jason, have you been to Australia, Mike?
I haven't been. I'm a little nervous about the flight. I'll be honest. I was going to ask you with your anxiety, do you get nervous flying 16 hours?
Oh man, I totally used to. But like the thing I had to convince myself, which is true too. Do you ever like when you're driving? Do you ever stick your hand out the window and it like if you put your hand like this, it's fine. But as soon as you tilt it up, your hand like wants to fly up.
Right.
So plane wings are designed to go up. Like in other words, a plane it's very hard for a plane to fall. When it's in motion, it's almost impossible for it to fall. In fact, it is impossible to fall. There's so much lift. Planes always want to fly. So as long as you see clouds moving, there's no way you're going to go down. And the plane's going to take off and land whether you're on it or not. It happens every day. So like those are the two things I always have to say to myself when on a flight. But especially on longer flights, I find the turbulence to be like nothing because their plane's so big. And I always catch a night plane. So like I get on the plane, it's like 11 o'clock and you just sleep and you wake up and you're almost there. So it's
that's a good idea. Cool. I like that.
I was gonna say it is surprising. So we had Jason when we flew with our 3 kids, we had like a whole row to ourselves, which was 5 or 6 seats in the middle, 3 on both sides. And there was like barely anybody around us, and so
that's
you can get up and like you
that's
can
the claustrophobia that would be.
That's the amazing thing is like they're big because it's in, it's going across the ocean, and so they have to feed you like every 2 hours, and you have your own in front of you, and you have all.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's amazing. It was the best, and the seats actually recline because they're like it's long distance, so they're not. It's not like that little tiny little
like hitting your back.
Yeah. Hey, funny enough. if like when you fly into Sydney and you fly into Bathurst, you probably had to do that, Chris. You're in like a small little propeller fighter jet, because I took like a plane. It was like 5 seats. It was like one flight into the Bathurst airport, and that was scary. The
Yeah.
big plane wasn't scary. The small plane was scary.
we haven't done any of those yet. I just drive there because it's only 3 hours from our house to Bathurst. So
Yeah,
we just
fair enough.
drive. Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Well, Ed says he likes flying in the smaller planes, so I don't know, Ed. We're disagreeing with you, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I fly so often too. Maybe I'm just getting biased, but I do like flying in small planes too. I won't say I don't, but at the time, for me it was worse. Maybe I was tired or something, but the anxiety was high in the small plane. So like if I go to Vancouver to mainland, I'll catch a seaplane. And for some reason that doesn't bother me at all. You can sit up front, you take off from the water, and you land on the water. It's like 40 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, no, that'd be awesome. Kyle and Mallory agree on Australia, by the way. So they vote for Australia.
Good.
As does Nikki.
Good meeting point, yeah.
A few other people. Oh, yeah. And then Melissa has another question for you. Thailand has a lot of gold. Would you ever go there to search? I know I saw a post too about this.
Yeah. Well, I'm going in the first week of September. So right when I get back from Alaska, I'm going to Tokyo. I have to go to Japan, and then for about a week, and then I'll be going with Nicole, like my fiance. So we'll go into Japan. We'll either be in Japan for 2 weeks, or we'll stay a week in Japan and a week in Thailand. So if I go to Thailand, I certainly want to film. Like I want to go sniping or something, but I don't know anybody in Thailand, so that's why I was reaching out just in case we do that. But yeah, Thailand would be fun.
Nice.
I'd like to do it.
Yeah, that'd be.
Monica asked where you get your hats on your website, I would imagine, or
like the toque. Yeah, just off the website, right there. Yeah, they're only like $4 million or so. So yeah,
reasonable.
Okay.
There's payment
to recoup
plans,
that money from the Home Depot.
Finance. Actually have some in my car here.
Nice. And then AAA was asking, would you do a video with Jason from Flower Gold Wizard?
Yeah, I want to go and like high bank the I forget what the lake is called, but he's off a lake there, and what is it? I forget what's called, but yeah, I definitely would. I'd like that actually. That'd be fun.
Yeah, and then
like Michigan, could be wrong.
Maybe
that could be it.
And then Nikki wonders, do you post to Australia? So do you ship overseas? Does your store?
I believe I do. Yeah, I haven't had an order from Australia in a while, but yeah, I believe we do. Yeah, Monica, the one to ask who's in the chat here too.
Oh, nice. And then Mallory was stating, which I didn't know either. That's awesome. That the toque does come with a purple high banker from Crux Prospecting too. So if you get the purple Crux high banker,
yeah. For a second, I thought you meant like if you get a toque, you get a free high banker.
I worded that like that just to kind of tease that.
That's a good idea.
That's
like they wouldn't mind.
You know? Yeah.
I don't think they would mind at all.
Kyle, support Pauly, you know?
I was gonna
say. Free high banker. Exactly.
Free high banker with every toque.
With car insurance. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. No, yeah, he said he's out of Lake Superior, Great Lakes. So
okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I'll do that. That'd be fun.
I want to go up there as well just to meet Martin Tuchbaum. He's up there as well. He does a lot of the Great Lakes gold and everything like that.
So. Oh, I thought you were gonna say the other Martin. I was like, I don't even get into that.
No.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's too funny. All right, what other questions do we have on the docket there, Jason? Anything else?
I think Kyle's talking. If we have 4 million toques sold, we can make that happen. He says so. As far as throwing in a high banker.
How would we do that? Yeah, I don't know.
There's
a way.
I was gonna say, we'll
put drugs in the toques, make people addicted to the toques for some reason, and then see what happens.
Hey, so question
the first
for you,
free.
Because I know high banking wasn't your thing before. You hate the shoveling. Yeah. What about now?
I don't mind it now. I'm in way better shape now, and so yeah, it's like the thing is like people see me on video not working because I'm filming and just goofing around.
Yeah.
But the days are long days, like 9-hour days, just to film. Yeah. What, a 15-minute video? You know, there's all this hiking in, hiking out. There's a setup, and doing that, and like watching someone shovel for that long is, to me, it's painful. Yeah. So like I have to be creative and put everything together. So like the joke is like, oh, I hate working, but like I don't mind working. I can I can outwork a lot of people, but on camera, it's like I just can't edit that. It's just so boring to me. So, I don't think anything's really changed other than like I don't mind high banking now that I actually have a high banker, and
Yeah.
it's easy to set up, honestly. So it's easy. And the video does pretty good too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I
I don't know.
gotcha. Yeah. No, it's just because you went from sniping, mostly and everything like that, and then it's just a
I love
whole
sniping.
different. I was gonna say,
I'm just
I
trying
mean,
to do more things. Do
I
more
know
things.
sniping's. I enjoyed it, but again, until I sniped, I didn't realize how physically demanding sniping was compared to
Yeah,
shoveling.
I like.
It's like going from dumbbells to like bench. Like it's.
Yeah, I tell people like how easy it is. I think I misused the word easy. I mean, it's an easy idea. Like you're floating in the water, you let the water take you. It's like first you work your way upstream, and then when you're done for the day, you just float, see the fish, and it's just so easy, right?
Yeah.
But it is a lot of work, and it wasn't until I think I brought you guys along to do sniping how I've
Dude,
forgotten that. Or I've been doing it
real.
so long. I've been doing it for so long. I've just gotten used to it. I guess I do it like
Yeah.
all year round, so it's I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth it. You find good gold doing it.
Yeah.
Melissa wants to know if you're still doing judo and what's your highest belt.
I am still doing judo. I'm out with an injury right now, but I'm a brown belt right now. I can go for my black belt anytime now, but it's just before I get it, I want to refresh and make sure I really know what I'm talking about because you get asked a lot of questions as a black belt. I don't want to like not know what I'm doing. I know how to fight. I know what I'm doing, but like it's just everything's in Japanese, so I need to freshen up on the language. And there's a few things I want to do first before I actually do the test. But I can throw and fight judo black belts all the time, so that's not an issue. But I want to be more than ready to be ready. So it's like you want to be a black belt before you're a black belt. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes total sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully this year. That'd be nice. If I don't hurt myself. Yeah.
And then I had Cody. He piped in. He was wondering how far it is to find gold. I know Nikki responded within an hour of her. Cody, if you go to Sydney, the closest drive is 3 hours. So everything is on the western side of things, especially on the Blue Mountains. There's nothing really near Sydney. It's about 3 or 4 hour drive from there, which isn't too bad. And then Ed is giving you a challenge, Pauly, to find 1 gram of gold in Ohio if you can.
In Ohio. I don't even know where to begin over there.
Right.
Home Depot? I don't know.
And then
Hey,
Monica,
one
one last question, and then we're going to wrap this up. Where do you want to snipe that you haven't had the chance to yet?
Papua New Guinea.
Okay.
Really? Oh man,
Why?
like New Zealand had. I mean, there's good gold everywhere. It just depends where you go, right? New Zealand is like my favorite place so far that I've sniped, and Papua New Guinea apparently is even better. But you're not worried about like claims or all that stuff. You're worried about getting shot by arrows. Like it makes it a lot more sketchy and dangerous, and it is so exciting. People are like, "Oh no, don't go there." I'm like, "That's why I want to go. I want to go because you're not supposed to, and it's dangerous." Like that would be so cool. Like imagine, like maybe I'm just like getting movies stuck in my head, but imagine like you're sniping in the water and you're finding good gold, and you hear like arrows, or I don't know.
Right? It's comes splashing
just
in the
sounds
water, comes
so
zipping
cool.
by.
Too. It's like it was probably not that bad. I'm sure it's civilized in these places, but like I heard bad stories or good stories. So I want to go to Papua New Guinea. Definitely. Or second place would be like if there was some stream in Western Australia you could snipe, maybe there or something. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Love it.
Thailand maybe. I don't know. Papua New Guinea.
Love it. We have one more fan request, and then we're gonna wrap it up. So Nikki's daughter just got home, and they want us to read that page from the book again, if you guys do not mind.
Okay.
Now a third time's a charm, and then we'll go ahead and wrap this up and say goodbye.
All right.
And again, we love you, Pauly, for taking the time out of your road trip
seriously,
to
man.
pull over on the side of the road with your car
worries.
on and your AC to do this with us. This
is
crazy.
Oh no, it's all good. So, would you mind popping open the door? It's gonna. Sorry, I can't even see that. It's okay. Let me try again, guys. Would you mind popping open the door? It's going to be even hotter here as we start cooking.
Conrad gestures once again at the large rock.
Love it.
Clip
Thank
it!
you.
Clip it!
That's final.
Nah.
Send it to his agent.
That's funny. But yes, we have to get together. We have to go do something. Maybe Australia this time. That'd be good.
That'd be good. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff nearby, a lot of content creators. You can see Chris again. Hopefully, not spill anybody else's gold together. I love that video. You guys did New Zealand.
Oh man.
So it's all. And then we got Sluicing for Gold. Hey, what's up? Sluicing for Gold just popped in. Hey,
I'll shoot arrows at you if you come to my claim. Done. Definitely. Let's do it.
Well, thank you again, Pauly. And I want to thank everybody for participating. All the questions, it was amazing. Thank you for your time. We appreciate everybody. And then again, we'll be shooting another live stream here in 2 weeks, doing another show, another episode, and it's going to be with Kyle from Crux Prospecting. So
we're gonna troll him so hard.
I was gonna say, you might have to make a guest appearance. Just
let's destroy him.
Random things. So that'd be hilarious. So
that'll be funny. Okay.
So cool. Thank you again,
you guys.
Yeah. Have a safe trip, man. Thanks again. It was awesome to see you. So
no worries. Luck to you. Thank you. Yeah. Let's do this again.
All right. Talk to you guys later. Thank you again.
Okay.
All right.